So, today we're going to lube the bike chain. We've got two different kinds of lube you might consider. The T9 has a solvent base, and when applied, has a waxy film. You turn your crank and you apply as it goes across. You just slowly turn it, slowly pour it on. A little excess can drip here on the cloth and go around. It's good for chains that really you don't want that black gook getting on stuff, like your bike lock and stuff. It's good overall. It's got a wax and a solvent. The solvents help eat up grease, but also have a Finish Line product called Dry Bike Lubricant. Good to here in Florida because of the sand on the ground and the dry, hot weather. But it also is good for the sand. But it does leave your chain a little black if you don't mind that. Again, you just can apply and turn the crank slowly and watch it come around. Start here. You see it? That's the link that holds the chain together. That's your starting and ending point. Now, the correct way, if you're really fanatical about it, I'm not that fanatical, the lube actually goes into the grooves here. Let's see if we can focus that. Yeah, that's all right. Just there, inside, the little pin that goes inside is the goal. Getting lube all over your chain is irrelevant. You want it to soak into that groove and get in there. Most experts will tell you just a drop on right there. Just put a drop and a drop and a drop and a drop and let it soak in. And come back later. Leave your cloth there. Leave a little extra cloth to wipe it up. And then hold a cloth or a paper towel or something and spin, and it cleans it right up. As you can see. You want to get in between the grits of the teeth every time you do a ride. Let it all turn. Clean it out. Back here, some grit. Clean it out. Make sure all these guys are good. You have a brush, are great for this. And here, if you can get in there, mine's not quite as good, but it still can do the job. I'm not doing a good job with the video because it's hard to get in here. Now, pumping your tires up. Just have the tires already out here. It says 50 pounds of pressure on this tube tire. Unscrew it, pump on. Mine has a little gauge on it. It tells me, I watch it, and I get it to about 40, 45 maybe, but 40 usually. With big fat tires like this, it gives you a softer ride with a little less air, and a week later, it'll be down to 35 probably. Who knows? But you just check it. Don't go for the whole thing. A tubeless tire might have to go for 100 pounds of pressure. So you check your levels. Don't take it all the way, because if your gauge is wrong, you're going too high. And you get a firm ride, which is great. I mean, you're going to zip along. If you hit a bump, you're going to feel it. So I keep it under 50 on this one. And get a nice quick ride. Grease and oil, you just feel like you're flying when you've got your chain oiled. All the sprockets are cleaned off. You should clean it off after every ride. Get the grit and cook anything you picked up on the road that you forgot about. And just see once it soaks in, cleaning the outside, getting that excess off is fine. Look how black that is. because this will make it a little blacker. If you always use the T9, you don't get the black, but you get that solvent and wax in there. You need to apply some more because it's not gonna last forever. None of them do. So those are just little tips. And don't let this splatter onto your disc brakes. That can make them even squeakier than they are and not grab as well. They can't get any oils or grease on them. If your hands are oily, don't do that, okay? And if you wipe off the disc brakes, be sure they're dry before you hit the road. Okay? Everything's spinning, looking good. So keep your bike maintained. Make sure it's ready to ride after you ride, even after a long ride. Do your touch-ups, or do it the night before, or have it kind of halfway ready. Put the oil on, and then in the morning when you come out, you can just wipe it off. No problem. And hit the road, because you leave all this junk here in the way, you won't ride off and forget because it's in your way, right? Right? Easy peasy. T9 unscrews at the top slightly to create a thing, and this screws on top. A little bit of a push down and turn. Get it going. If you're in a wet environment, they have a wet product, wet lube. So that's the deal. The dry lube, probably check your bike shops. They'll know the area. They'll know which one you need, wet or dry. Or if in the winter when it's cold and wet, or summer if it rains all the time at night and you're always out in the rain. You know, in Florida it rains a lot in the summer at night, but it's great in the day. It's dry. And I usually ride since I don't keep the lights on the bike all the time. I keep it in the daytime. It's that kind of bike. Okay? So keep the power. That's the basic. Keep the tires pumped up. Check them. You'll figure out how long it takes. And keep the chain oiled. You know, just keep it oiled. Whatever's comfortable for you, but keep it oiled. Don't go weeks and weeks, and don't put it away in the wintertime. Not oiled. Make sure it's dry, oiled, and ready. Put away. And get it out in the spring, oil it again. Okay? Have a good day.